Push roll, glass full, I prefer the better things. Niggas with no money act like money isn't everything. Push roll, glass full, I prefer the better things. Niggas with no money act like money isn't everything. Push roll, glass full, I prefer the better things. Niggas with no money act like money isn't everything. Push roll, glass full, I prefer the better things. Niggas with no money act like money isn't everything.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to a new episode of The Beat. We have the breaks edition, and I haven't done this for a bit, but I had to break this back out for my big sis who was on the show previously. We gonna get straight back into this, man. This is my big sis. I gotta pull up her credentials because I don't want to get this wrong because she's working real hard to get these credentials. Okay, she's a musician, she's a TV and film music composer and music producer. She's an ethnomusicologist. That's the word that I had to make sure I got it right. And she's also an actress. And again, as I said, she is my big sis. Shout out, ahoy, Happy University Pirates. This is my big sis, Tiffany Goode. T Good, what's good?
What's good? Let me just say, that's my joint. That little Drake piece. I was like, oh yeah, that's one of my favorite songs. So yeah, everything is good. Yeah. Act like money isn't everything. I'm having a good time. They just trying to ruin it. That's my joint. Okay.
Hey, you got the words and everything.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good to see you. How's life in Atlanta treat you?
Life in Atlanta is good. Busy. Happy about that though. I just finished doing 2 nights with a brilliant musician named Kelly Love Jones out of New Orleans. She lived here for a while, but she did she has she was actually commissioned by the New Orleans Museum to do a music and do a piece called Trust. And she brought it here for 2 nights. And so she asked my band to back her. So it was dope. It was such a good thing. So yeah, busy, but Atlanta's beautiful. It's hot. It's hot Atlanta, and it's hot. It's proving to be its name.
You know how I know you're dope? You have your band backing people up. You know what I'm saying? I don't have my band backing up. I don't even have a band to speak of, you know? But, you know, it's awesome. But nonetheless, no, it's a joyous day, man. I am blessed to be back in contact with you and share energy with you as always. But we have
Thank you for having me.
Of course, man. You're welcome anytime. Yeah. But we got this project.
Yeah.
We got to get into this thing, but I'm trying to tell you, this is chef's kiss to music right here. But we gonna start just by reminding everybody just who you are. Let people know who is T Good. I call it T Good, but who is Tiffany Goode?
Exactly. No, I tell people all the time I go by many names: T Good, Good, Bleak. I got Tiffany Goode. All of them. My mama called me a pumpkin, and called me Tweety Bird. So you know, anyone I answer to. But I'm a musician. I'm a mother. I am a lover of all things that are creative. Let me see. As you said, I went to Hampton. Hey. Ahoy, absolutely, marching pirate. I have my bachelor's from Hampton in music and audio engineering. I have a master's in business because I wanted to go that route for a minute, and it helps in everything. Yep. I have a professional certification from Berklee College of Music in producing music for film and television. And I do a lot with that. And I'm still doing things with that, which actually, as we get into the album and talk about the album, that'll come into play. And have a band. I have the Good Stuff Experience. But I do a lot of solo things too. So the Good Stuff Experience is not just the band. The Good Stuff Experience is really kind of, I guess, me. It's the band. So it could be me by myself. It could be me and my band. It could be whatever the experience might be. But I try to create a unique experience every time I perform. And so that's what that is about. So that's kind of, I guess, me in a nutshell.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, listen, and I gotta say this too. Shout out again, Hampton University. That MET major was a very, very difficult major, and people don't really understand how difficult of a
Okay.
major MET was.
Woo!
Um, and I was a part of the program myself while I was at Hampton. Because not all of us can make the full journey through, but while I was there in the roads,
Look,
definitely came across the likes of yourself and people like Hot Dog and a bunch of other glorious musicians. Shout out to everybody. But I gotta say,
yes.
just had to put that back on the map, man. And
Woo!
music business though,
Yeah.
if I had to do, if I had to do it all again, I probably would have just, no shade. I probably would have just did business
Yeah.
because you never really think about how much that business side of it comes into play with, like you said, with everything. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
But that's neither here nor there.
Right.
Back to you though.
But you're right though. That MET program was no joke. So for anybody who's watching, the Hampton MET program is like a major in music and a minor in electrical engineering.
Yeah.
So math wise, I'm like, why am I taking differential equations to work in the studio?
Man.
I still don't have that answer, but it is what it is.
Man, listen. It's funny that you say that because I'm still I'm in the video conferencing world heavy, and I've taken that everything I've learned from there and applied it to everything I've done. And it's a lot of people who are AV techs. There's a lot of people that are IT techs, and most of them call me boss anyway. And I'm gonna just leave it like that. But you know what I mean? But I'm gonna just say it like, or it's real, like it's just one of those things where you don't really understand when you acquire an acumen for something until you get to utilize it in the field. And most of the stuff and tutelage that I learned while I was at Hampton, I apply it every day. And I'm looking at people like, how can't you figure this out? Right.
Right.
And so, kudos.
Yeah. Kudos, Hampton.
So we're gonna get right into this thing. Let's go head first into the release. What is 1217? Talk to them. Let them know what 1217 is.
So 1217, the name itself is my birthday. So I'm born December 17th. So this is a birth of a new project. And I think with each project, I get closer and closer to my, authentic self. I think, as a musician, you learn different things as you grow. I think it's Miles Davis that says something to the effect of, you got to play like a lot of other people until you find your own voice. Right. Like, so you play, you mimic this, you mimic that, and I am from Richmond, Virginia, and I'm went to Hampton. So I'm a hodgepodge of a lot of different musical cultures. I think Richmond, for some reason, like a university, gets a lot of influence from the north, because we're really southern, but we're kind of like right on that border. So from the north, from the south, from the east, from the west. So we get the house music, we get the reggae music, we get the go-go, we get all of those things. So I wanted to highlight those things some in this project. Only thing I didn't get to was go-go, so that'll be in my next project, because the go-go got to be right. Like, I'm not gonna, it got to be all the way authentic. And so really my problem with why I didn't have the go-go one was, I really need, okay, Donnie, I really need a really good go-go beat. I need I needed a really good go-go beat. I might do a whole go-go album. That's how much I love go-go. But
I got something.
Come on, send it to me. Please send it to me. I'm dead. I'm dead serious, Donnie. Please send it to me.
I'm dead serious.
Okay. But this one explored a lot of the other things. So you'll see that I go into my love for house. You'll see I go into kind of my love for funk and some of my inspirations around that I can talk to. I go into some Atlanta kind of old school yeet kind of sounding music. And so I kind of stay focused on those kind of three things. So you hear pretty like and because I come from a place of kind of motion picture music creation type of thing, you also hear that influence in my music. But I strive to always give you that in my music. I always want to make my music evoke pictures in your mind. Right. I want that to occur.
Well, I've always had pictures in my mind when I've heard T Good music, but that's I'm just saying, you on the right track. You know what I
Good.
mean?
That's what I want. I want that. I want you to be like, oh, I want you to, go somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we're gonna get somewhere today because we're gonna go through 1217. And I'm gonna put the asterisks by this too, because I'm not sure if we discussed this on the last time you was along with us, but 1217 is awesome because mine is 1219. So I'm 2 days behind you. You know
I don't
what
know
I'm
if we
saying?
ever talked about that.
Sag love, man.
Come on,
Sag
Sag.
love.
Yeah.
Coming through.
And I feel that. I feel that. I feel that. Absolutely. That's dope.
Okay. So listen, make sure you guys send your comments, let Tiffany know your thoughts, man. We get ready to get into 1217. Just let her know that you're here, that you're listening, check it out, saying, say hi, wave, put an emoji in the chat, one of these little things, or I don't even know what you call that. But nonetheless, we're gonna get into 1217. There we go. So about the project.
Yeah.
This first song, what is this? 333 dreams.
Yeah,
Talk about, sorry.
yes.
Talk about how
No,
that came.
how that came to be. So 333 dreams is I'm kind of into the whole numerology thing a little bit there. I get into that. Well, I got into it during I've been into it. Let me not say that. I've been into it like probably since I was a kid. I've always loved numbers and da-da-da. So even talking about differential equations and math, like I'm big into numbers. But so 333 is considered one of the angel numbers. And so and dreams, right? So I believe that, just, you get a lot of messages in your dream state. So this one right here is really just kind of going into manifestation and manifestation through your dreams. And this song in particular, I use this to open because it is very cinematic in its approach. And it sounds like an opening to something, right? And so I wanted to do, we actually have, so I actually partnered on this album with the independent music distributor out of Boston. And so we have a visual that's coming for this particular one. And I told him, I said, I really want it to be a dream state, someone waking from or going to sleep, going into a dream state, and then waking from that dream and being like, and it's also a love story. So in my mind, I see someone going to sleep and kind of, being in, somewhere in love with somebody, maybe at a picnic or maybe at a skating rink and all, something like that. And then waking up like, oh man, that was a beautiful dream. So that's kind of how 333 dreams came about.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you're hearing it first. It's 333 Dreams by Tiffany Goode. Let's go.
I love that song.
I do too. 333 Dreams.
333 Dreams. You know, one of the things that I endeavor to do is have the trumpet be a main feature, but kind of differently than than traditional jazz is. And you know, for a long time, as a side note, I didn't record and release stuff because I felt like I needed to sound like, you know, a bebop jazz person. And that's just not, it's not, I appreciate it. It's not something that I necessarily be like, yeah, I mean, I can appreciate it, but I'm not that musician.
Right.
And I think one of the most important things, that people should know, musicians or even if you're not, is that just be true to whatever your art is and the voice that comes from you, because there's an audience looking for your voice. You know, right. I had a woman tell me yesterday, she said, I love the way you deliver your medicine. And I was like, that's so sweet. But she was like, you know, it's very chill, it's very cool, but I love it. So I was like, it was dope. So little side note. Okay.
Well, you know what's interesting about that? It's, again, the things that I gleaned when I was at Hampton. One of the things that really, really stuck with me, that is like my little voice in the back of my head as a producer these days, is music is just theory.
Mm-hmm.
That's really all it is. So if you understand that, then it's like, in order to know, you know, how to play the game, or, you know what I'm saying, and learn how to break the rules, you got to know that there are no rules, really. You know what I mean? There are benchmarks. So
right,
all you're doing is just put you on a canvas.
Yeah.
Know? So, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, ahoy.
Okay. That all you do is putting you on a canvas, and I like that. Okay, that I'm gonna steal it. I'll give you credit though.
That's, you know, you don't need to. You're Tiffany Goode, and I allow you. No. No, but that was really good. Now, did you do all of that, like the mixing and stuff like that yourself? Like,
I do.
Okay,
I did. So I did. It was mastered by the record company, which is Mint 400 Records.
Okay.
So let me shout them out. But everything mixing and everything like that, I did, and they mastered it. They did the final master. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Deshaun English, that's my brother right there. He said, "Let's get into it." Hey, Tiffany, how you doing?
Hey, Deshaun, how are you?
Hey, yeah, that's my writing brother. Actually, we do stuff on the side, and we have some really good things that we're working out with the labels, right? I mean, the networks now. So
okay,
fingers crossed.
Let me know
talk about that
later. If you need some music, holla at your girl.
I know you. You already know I got you. You already know I got you. So this the next song we have, "Do You Love Me?" Let's talk about that.
Do you love me? I love "Do You Love Me." So "Do You Love Me" is my ode to house music. And it was interesting because I had actually already come up with this song, but I was also asked to use it in a documentary that from here in Atlanta. A couple of these songs are actually in a documentary here in Atlanta called Third and Spring. It's a story of a historic musical place here called Apache. It was called the Yin Yang when it was historic, but it moved to Apache. And but "Do You Love Me," like I said, it's an ode to house music. It's a woman's talk. It's a woman's conversation. It's that conversation. I shouldn't say a woman, because anybody can have that conversation when you're sitting there and you're like, man, dude, do you even love me? Like, what's happening right now? And then if you do, tell me you do, or let me go. Like, something has to give here. Right. Or I'm gonna have to let myself go. Sometimes you got to learn that. So that's what this whole thing goes into that. So when you're hearing the trumpet is the woman speaking and saying, you know, you hear of course the words, but you also hear the trumpet is speaking as well, and asking the questions and pleading with the person to say, come on, talk to me. What's happening? Love me or let me go.
Okay. Let's bring this back up, and we're gonna get to Do You Love Me?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
Do you love me?
First of
Right?
all, first of all, you was partying in the green room
Uh,
while this thing was moving, okay?
I love
And it just took me back to Virginia. I'm not even gonna lie to you. You know, because we don't get this kind of music out here on the West Coast, unfortunately. But I miss it a lot.
Yes.
Okay,
I
you did
love
your
that
thing with that.
song. Shout out to my son who I should give him a co-producer credit, who told me to break it down in the middle where it breaks down. He said, break
Yeah.
it all the way down right there, mom, and build it back up piece by piece. I said, okay, then. So he's good. Him and my brother both they are my sounding boards when I'm in the creative process. Listen to this. What you think? And I'm like, all right. My brother's good though at saying, what do you think? Do you like it? That's all that matters. That's what he cared. And that's a huge thing. So, really, it's a thing that everyone should know. Do you like it? That's all
Right.
that really matters.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah. Well, I think everybody liked that one. That was amazing.
I love that one. I love that. And thank God. I mean, a lot of people are liking it. The house scene down here is loving it. I've played it live. So it's doing its thizzle. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, we need more of that one. That's gonna be my. I'm going to Vegas next week for a wedding, but I'm be rolling listening to that for sure.
For sure.
For sure.
Yes. Thank you.
Of course. Good mood. That's the next one we got up. Talk about good mood.
Good Mood was just a classic kind of ATL skate song, to be honest. Skate culture here is huge. I did skating when I was in Richmond. I mean, and pretty consistently, like on the weekends and all that. I mean, here's a different thing. If you've seen ATL or any of those movies, you know that the skate culture in Atlanta as a whole, they hit. I can't.
Yeah,
So it's not me. That's not me. I'm just focusing on staying up. I look kind of smooth, but that's it. So now it gives you a straight, like you in the skating ring vibe. That's what Good Mood is, and that's what I was going for with it. And so it's a feel good. I want to make you happy song, so I want to put you in a good mood. So
okay,
that's it.
All right. Well then, let's bring this back up, and then we're gonna get to Good Mood. Give me a second. Here we go. I can get to it. There we go. Yes, that is good mood.
Get you in a good mood. Yes.
It had a nice. It do have that roll bounce type of vibe to it.
You know
Where
what I mean?
yeah, you gotta have that back and forth with this. You know what I mean? Like, hey, okay, I like what you did there. Now
Yeah, I love it.
the flute solo in there. I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't try to hold you. That joint. I was like, okay, come through with the flute, Silver Street.
Yeah, yeah. Come on, Silver Street, Silver Street. Shout out to Lucinda McDonald, my girl. Okay.
Hey.
Yeah, the flute solo is actually a sample that I found. And I was like, oh, this flute solo is nuts. I've got to incorporate this somehow. So yeah, this was a song that I incorporated it on. I was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna incorporate on this one. I did that, and I love a nice little call response moment. You know,
Yeah.
I really do hear the trumpet like a voice. Like if somebody was saying, you know, something to you, like and you have to repeat it back, like when you're in a crowd in a party.
Yeah.
I view it like that. So I'd be like, how do I create the trumpet like a voice similar to a vocal voice? I don't know why I do it like that, but I do. That's what I do. Yeah, yeah.
Hey, nah, you doing well.
Thank you.
No worries. No worries. Get on my level. Now that's if that don't sound like no Atlanta stuff right there off the rip. Just talk about get on my level, how that came.
So get on my level. I love all of my babies are beautiful. All right. Do you love me? Probably gets a lot of love from me. Get on my level gets a lot of love from me. Get on my level, which I'm probably gonna do an extended version of this song at some point too. Get on my level is an ode to Betty Davis, to the J.O.I. Joy, if you know Joy, Tennessee Slim, to any funk woman type of thing. It is a when I did it, so it actually came about. This is when I go into film television a little bit of when I was doing a documentary, and my brother from another mother, Malik Salam, who is the director of Spring and Third, said, hey, I want a song that's kind of like this, right? And he gave me an example. And what I came out with from his example was Get on My Level. And I loved it. I heard the beat and it was so funky. So the beat itself was a sample. And I was like, oh, this beat is funky. So, okay, hold on. But then I created all the sounds on top of the beat. And it reminds me of the song Get on My Level, the rap song, Get on My Level. What? So it reminded me of that, in which I was like, I'm just gonna call it Get on My Level. But it's my ode to kind of Black woman funk. And so when I hear this song, it reminds me of a seedy club where you walking in and it's just kind of smoke filled, and it's just, folks out there doing their thing, and they ain't worried about if you looking at them or not. They just in there dancing and, so
hey,
get on my level.
All right, let's get to it. Get on my level.
Let's do it.
Hey. Okay. So we got this joint. Get on my level. Talk
Get on
like
my level.
so listening back to like because we pretty much at the end of the album we got a funk strut coming
Yeah.
up to walk us out from that. But listening back so far
Yeah.
and then getting to get on my level, like
Right.
first of all, I'm it just the imagery alone, it just put me like in like I don't know, maybe the Malcolm X movie, something like something with like Spike Lee, directed by Spike Lee, you know what I'm saying, something like that. So I'm just like, ooh, the visual alone right there is crazy.
You know, I hit up Spike every now and then and be like, "Hey, you want to check out my music? I'd love to be, do something with you." You know what I mean? I'm sure it goes into that folder where nobody ever sees it.
Yeah.
Instagram is like it never gets to him, but I'll be like, "Hey, now, I would love that. That's a dream because that's the music in his movies inspired me. He's used Terrence Blanchard. He's used such iconic people in his movies. Of course, like Mo Better Blues is all Terrence Blanchard. So I'd be like, that would be an honor to have one of my songs in your movie, sir. But yeah.
This is Operation T Good. We got to get you on a Spike Lee movie.
Come on, Donnie.
I'm working on it.
Okay.
It's on my radar right now.
Okay.
Try to say we gonna get that done.
I could die a happy woman.
So the overall feeling so far, the song placement, the choices, and everything, like hearing it back played, like how does it make you feel so far?
Oh, I love it. Now, when you create a project, I don't listen to this thing ad nauseum. I mean, before it ever reaches anybody, I have worked out to it, walked to it, listened to it in the car, listened to it on headphones, listened to it on a CD player. How you do when you're doing it. So, I love this piece of work actually, and I like that it's like a EP. It's a small piece of work. I thought it was a perfect thing for like summer, just kind of chilling because it's not really it's a mid to upper, really kind of mid a little upper tempo kind of album. So it's a good like little summer thing. I'm working, I'm cooking, I'm working out, I'm doing something, or So I was like, oh, this is cool. This is gonna be really nice for the summer. So I really I love it. I really do, and it really does speak to just different facets of me. It's not a traditional jazz song album by far, and although I think my first two projects had some traditional jazz pieces to it, which I will do. I wasn't mad that this one did not. I was like, this one, Miles Davis said, if I came back, I do a lot of Miles Davis quotes because he used to say a lot of good stuff. I tell you, but he said, if I came back and jazz was the same as it was when I left, he said, I'll be thoroughly disappointed. Right. And we know that by just watching his life and seeing how he pushed the envelope, going into electric jazz and that. And that's one of the things that, if you see me perform live, I do a lot of foot pedal work and stuff like that with the trumpet, because I want to push those boundaries when it comes to, I want to push what people perceive to be jazz music. So Mint 400, shout out to Neil who runs Mint. He calls it trip hop jazz. I love that, right? Because I was like, yes, I want my music to take you on a trip. So I love that it's trip hop. Yes, let's trip hop together. Let's go to these different places together. And so you can see a little bit into my mind and how my mind works. And, and it pulls out the colors in your mind too, hopefully, and that's the reason why when you see the album cover, you see kind of like an aura picture with the colors, with the whole chakra type of thing going on, all things that I'm all about, so.
Well, the beautiful thing, like I get the inference because actually my Hampton experience led me to trip hop, and the flagship group was Portishead, and I love Portishead.
Yes.
Love Portishead. So I could see this album in the landscape of Portishead and what Beth Gibbons and her team has done over these years. So I like that trip hop jazz.
Yes, I was like, I told myself I'm still that now. I'm gonna give you credit, Neil, but trip hop jazz. That's about to be my thizzle.
Okay. We on it.
Yeah.
All right, so the last thing we have is for this EP is Funk Strut. So talk about
Yes.
Funk Strut and how that came about.
Funk Strut also came about based on Spring and Third. And my boy like, hey, so I want like a particular kind of sounding song. And it was more like a blaxploitation feel, right? And that's what Funk Strut is. Funk Strut is going to take you back to Shaft, to oh, come on, Curtis Mayfield, to those to that sound. And it's meant to. And so it's supposed to it's an ode to blaxploitation music, which I love. I mean, you know what I mean? You can put the whole Shaft joint on and just rock out to it in the car. And I do that. Like I listen to the whole, the whole I'm your mama, I'm your daddy, I'm that. I listen to the whole thing. Like I'll play it, you know what I mean? But I'm also a person who listens to music scores, to the music of movies, like a regular thing. Like I love it, I adore it. So it is that ode to that. And so also inference back to, I always say this because to me, Betty Davis and Joy are two of the biggest funk women out there. Of course, Betty Davis passed, but the JOI still out here rocking. And so a good ode to them as well, but absolutely to blaxploitation and blaxploitation music, and just getting into that waka waka type of feel.
Yeah, waka waka. I love it myself. I love it myself, man. Trust me. So we gonna play this and we gonna let this one ride.
Okay.
So here we go. Funk Strut.
All right, let's do it.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We have the 1217 EP by Tiffany Goode. Woo! Listen, again, and I've told you this before. I'm gonna say it on the air again. I've always been impressed with everything that you do. You know what I mean? Like
Aw.
you definitely have always been like somebody I've always looked up to. It's about a good six of you guys at AMP University that are just I it's like anything you guys say is like walking on water, and you definitely one of them. And
Aw.
it's great to hear your work. Definitely see the pictures and stuff that you're painting, and I just want to see. I want to see you continue to see where this goes, man. Because I mean, again, you out here, carrying the torches for a lot of people, man. So I'm just blessed. You know what I mean?
So what did you think about it? Put you in a hot seat.
Oh, let's see. Listen, well, first of all, let me start with. Let's go back up and down the list of it. So the EP itself is a very good EP. It's put together really nice. No, it really has a very good feel to it. And I think my production style is emotion based. Like you said, it has to paint landscapes. It has to feel. You have to feel.
It has to feel something, yeah.
And I hate hunky clunky type of production. Like it just so I like the freedom that this work has allowed me to feel. Your melodies, your choice of melodies were uplifting. Definitely what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say ahead of its time because that almost be cliche, but it's you have the way that you deliver your melodies are just I learn a lot from listening to them. I'll put it to you like that. That's the best way I can put it. As far as the landscape, like I said, these 5 songs are like period pieces to me.
Right,
And
exactly.
that's what's beautiful about it. And so it's just like you said, it's watching a whole landscape like a whole movie, like Back to the Future, but not Back to the Future, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So it's definitely an amazing piece of work. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and make sure I get it right now. So I can be jamming to it. So I don't want to just talk about it. I want to be about it too.
Okay. But feel free to stream it on Spotify too. Do it every way you get it, how you live. You know what I'm saying? So it's on Spotify. It's on everything that you can think of. It's on Bandcamp. It's on, any way that you want to get it, you can get it. You're so sweet. I love you.
Yeah, man. Love you back, man. I gotta support my big sis over here.
No.
But no, I love it. Like I said, I mean, honestly, I can't say anything negative about it. And I'm like Simon Cowell. Like I'm like, I mean, it's okay. I mean, yeah, no, I love it. It's just you're doing your thing, and like I said, I'm blessed to be able to draw music from your work again.
Thank you.
That's just how I feel about it, 100%.
Well, I'm ready to work with you. So when we're ready to partner, and send me my go-go beat, please. I need my go-go beat.
After this, if you got a second, we'll chop it up. I can play it for you so you can hear it. And
okay, come on, play it for me so I can hear it.
You know what I'm saying? Because I gotta let people do. I'm real out here. I'm real. But we got one last question, and this is the most important one. Okay. How can people find more music from you? We already said it, but we want to say it again and make sure that
absolutely. So you can find more music from me on so first off, Tiffany Goode, GOODE, but you can find me on Apple Music, iTunes, all the major distributors, Amazon. I mean, like, it was through this I even realized Napster was still even a thing. So if you're on Napster, it's there too. But yeah, Bandcamp, which for independent musicians is the best way to get your coins at the moment, unless you're going direct to consumer. Did I miss anything? YouTube Music. I said Spotify. So anything like that, you can find it on. You can also find me on Instagram at Life's Good, LIFESGOODE. And you can find out everything that I got going on. And my website is Good Stuff, GOODE, stuff.net. And there you can find also all about me and maybe a little bit too much information about me. And then Facebook, I'm just Tiffany Goode on Facebook. But everywhere else, pretty much outside of Facebook, I'm Life's Good. So that's me.
Indeed. Indeed. As always, it's a pleasure and an honor. And like I said, I'm pretty sure we're gonna have you on again if your schedule allow for it, because I expect business to pick up for Tiffany Goode for sure.
Oh, come on.
You know,
Well, I appreciate you for always giving me a place and a space on your show to come in, and for always supporting me and your kind words. And it means the world to me. So, I love you.
I love you back. I love you back. Next time I tread through the greater Atlanta area, I look you and your family up and see if I can stop by and say hello to everybody.
Yeah, same next time I'm in LA.
Oh yeah, you are not, man. Wheels but not touch the ground. I live right here by this airport. You hear me? So
okay.
Wheels better not touch the ground. If you be my city and I don't hear from you, I might feel some kind of funny way, just in my soul. Okay.
Okay. I got you.
But like I said, ladies and gentlemen, we come to time. Tiff, if you get a second, a little bit afterwards, just maybe 5-10 minutes, so we can debrief. Other than that, make sure you like and subscribe. Tiffany Goode on all forms of social media. She's everywhere, like Lisa, everywhere you want to be. Make sure you support 1217 out there. Yes, SAG life is a real thing. Believe that. And then of course, follow the beat. Donnie GotDaBeats. I'm the host, and we are actually wrapping up season 5, going into
season 5.
Listen,
that's a big deal. That's a huge deal.
Hey man, the COVID pivot is still going, and it's still
going.
You know what I mean? So I'm blessed and highly favored, and like I said, I'm just enjoying being around good people such as yourself.
Yes.
And wait to see who we got coming up next. I'm keeping my mouth shut. I got some really, really good people coming in season 6. I'm gonna just leave it like that.
Okay.
So stay tuned. But
y'all.
Nonetheless, like I said, Donnie GotDaBeats. We live on the beats. Thank you for tuning in. See you soon.
Push roll, glass full, I prefer the better things. Niggas with no money act like money isn't everything. Push roll, glass full, I prefer the better things. Niggas with no money act like money isn't everything. Push roll, glass full, I prefer the better things.